Federal judge is still considering how to handle documents seized in the FBI raid of President Donald Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen. Cohen and other lawyers for the president appeared in court yesterday arguing that the materials should be protected by attorney-client privilege. They asked the court to allow them to look over the items first. Well, the judge said no, but prosecutors were ordered also to not examine the contents just yet. At one point, the judge demanded a list of Cohen's clients. He said he represented 3 people in 2017, the president, Republican fundraiser Elliot Brody, and Fox News host Sean Hannity.
Michael Cohen never represented me in any legal matter. I never retained his services. I never received an invoice. I never paid Michael Cohen for legal fees.
Hannity downplayed his relationship with Cohen, saying he had, quote, brief discussions with him about legal questions where he wanted his input and perspective. One of the matters federal agents are investigating is whether Cohen violated the law in his $130,000 payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels. Daniels appeared at the courthouse along with her attorney.
WCCO chief political reporter Pat Kessler joins us live from the Capitol now. Oh, here we go, Pat. Let's start with the ethics of Sean Hannity, which, bear in mind, like, he's an entertainer. He's not a journalist, although he's a journalist when he wants to be. What's the deal? He's been talking about Michael Cohen. He's been on the show, and he never told his audience.
I think there is an ethical responsibility for him to actually disclose that he has a friendship of some kind or a relationship, perhaps, as a lawyer with Michael Cohen. However, he says he is not a journalist, except when he is, as you point out. He says he's an opinion journalist. So do the Fox viewers have a right to know? That's the big question.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat, something just doesn't add up right here. I mean, why would Cohen's lawyers name Hannity if Hannity is saying, I never paid him, I only sought his counsel informally?
Yeah, that's a really good question. The president's lawyers go into court and they go to great lengths to say they got to keep this name secret. So what is it in these documents that were seized in the raid on Michael Cohen's office that the president wants to keep quiet? So there are a lot of questions still to be answered here. They're going to put all of these documents in the hands of a special master who will decide what is going to be accepted and looked at and what can be given back. That's all we know at this moment. But here, let's take a look and stand back on this. We've got a circus of chaos and disruption moving from Washington to New York City and back. This thing is just getting out of hand.